Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your generosity ended up leading to unexpected consequences? Imagine donating your last $100 to someone who seemed in need, only to later lose your job because of it. Intriguing, isn't it? Often, our acts of kindness can trigger events we could never foresee. Discover how a simple act of humility and honesty completely changed the life of Jason, an ordinary worker who saw his world turn upside down. Turn up the volume and let's unravel how a gesture of generosity can lead to a real roller coaster of emotions and learn the valuable lessons it has to offer us.
Jason, a factory worker with a big heart, lived with the little he earned, but always found ways to help others. One day, upon leaving work, he came across a girl crying, visibly in need. Without hesitation, Jason offered his last $100 to the girl, feeling a mix of humility and satisfaction for being able to provide some relief. His honesty and empathy were palpable, radiating a sense of worth and solidarity. The girl, surprised and grateful for Jason's generosity, accepted the money with tears in her eyes. The whole situation seemed surreal, as if he was destined to be there at that exact moment. For Jason, this act of kindness was more than just a financial gesture. It was an expression of humanity and personal growth. He knew that small actions could have big impacts, and that moment reinforced his belief in the importance of helping others. As he returned home, Jason reflected on the significance of his act. He expected nothing in return, only wishing that the girl would find some comfort. This kind of generosity, selfless and pure, showed the true essence of his humility. Little did he know that this gesture of honesty and worth would be the beginning of a series of events that would change his life forever, connecting him to unexpected and surprising destinies. A few days after the act of generosity, Jason found himself in an unexpected situation. As he left the factory, he saw the same girl, but this time she was accompanied by a man arriving in a luxury car. Jason's heart raced, and he wondered what was happening. The man, with a firm and grateful look, approached, bringing an air of surprise and curiosity. The girl's father, recognizing Jason, introduced himself as a successful businessman, but his demeanor and presence suggested something deeper. He explained that the girl was his daughter, and that they were going through a difficult time when Jason helped her. Jason's honesty and humility deeply touched the father's heart, and he wanted to express his gratitude appropriately. Jason, still trying to process the reunion, felt a mix of emotions. Seeing the girl well and happy was already a reward in itself, but the presence of the father and the luxury car indicated there was more to the story. This situation brought to light questions about value and growth, leaving Jason curious about what the future held. Little did he know that this gratitude would open doors to new and surprising journeys. The unexpected happened when, shortly thereafter, Jason was unjustly fired from his job at the factory. The accusation was severe: involvement with the mafia. The initial shock was overwhelming, leaving Jason perplexed and desperate. He, who had always valued honesty, now found himself in a scenario of injustice that shook his humility and sense of worth. The rumors circulating in the factory was based on a misunderstanding. The visit from the girl's father with his luxury car sparked unfounded suspicions. The co-workers, who knew Jason as an upright person, were divided between disbelief and fear of repercussions. The factory manager, driven by obscure interests, seized the opportunity to get rid of Jason, using the false accusation as a pretext. Now unemployed, Jason felt helpless and betrayed by the system. But his determination and character did not allow him to give up. He knew that the truth would prevail, and that, despite the blow he had suffered, his personal growth would continue. This difficult moment would be yet another test of his resilience and ability to overcome adversity. Little did he know that this unjust dismissal was just the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Days later, the girl's father sought out Jason to express his gratitude in a special way. He invited Jason to a luxurious lunch at a renowned restaurant in the city. Jason, still stunned by recent events, accepted the invitation, curious to understand better what was behind the offer. The meeting promised more than just a meal. It was an opportunity to find some meaning in the recent chaos. During the lunch, the girl's father, a man of imposing appearance and refined manners, revealed details about his life and the challenges he had faced. He told Jason how the act of generosity had profoundly impacted his family, restoring their hope during a time of crisis. The conversation flowed in a relaxed and honest manner, with both sharing stories and life lessons. Jason felt that he was growing, learning about the value of his actions. At the end of the lunch, the girl's father made an unexpected proposal to Jason. Recognizing the value and honesty of his character, he wanted to offer him an opportunity that could change his destiny. Jason, surprised but also touched by the genuine gratitude he felt, realized that this meeting was more than just a repayment. It was a new beginning. He had no idea that this lunch would open doors to a turning point in his professional and personal life. In a surprising turn of events, the girl's father revealed his true identity. He was a mafia boss, but with a particular code of ethics. He explained to Jason that he could help him legally get revenge on the corrupt manager who had unjustly fired him. Jason, initially hesitant, was convinced by the honesty and desire for justice that emanated from the girl's father. It was a unique opportunity to correct a wrong and restore his worth and dignity. The plan was meticulously crafted. Using legal resources and expertise, the girl's father mobilized a team of lawyers to investigate the factory manager's activities. The findings were revealing. The manager was involved in various illicit practices, including fraud and embezzlement. Jason closely followed the entire process, feeling a mix of satisfaction and humility as he saw the truth finally coming to light. When the evidence was presented to the authorities, the impact was immediate. The corrupt manager was fired and arrested, and the factory began undergoing restructuring. Jason, who had always valued honesty and integrity in his actions, saw justice served in a legal and ethical manner. This experience not only restored his lost dignity, but also reinforced his belief in the power of truth and justice. The path was now open for new opportunities and a promising future. With the fall of the corrupt manager, the factory needed new leadership. Recognizing Jason's integrity and honesty, the company's board decided to appoint him as the new manager. Jason, who had been through so many trials, saw this as an opportunity to transform his workplace into a just and productive environment. His humility and desire for growth were essential in accepting this challenge. Assuming his new role, Jason implemented significant changes in the factory. He promoted a more inclusive and transparent work environment, valuing each employee and encouraging everyone's personal and professional development. His actions reflected his commitment to honesty and human value, creating a corporate culture based on respect and collaboration. The factory began to prosper, and Jason saw the fruits of his hard work and integrity. Jason's new beginning at the factory was also marked by deep gratitude. He never forgot the support he received from the girl's father and the events that led him there. His journey of growth and overcoming adversity was an inspiration to everyone around him, showing that with determination and honesty, it is possible to turn adversities into opportunities. Jason knew that his story was just beginning, with many more lessons and achievements ahead. And you, have you ever encountered situations where your kindness was misunderstood or brought unexpected consequences? Jason's story teaches us that even in moments of greatest injustice, it is possible to find a path of growth and worth. Consider how a simple act of generosity can transform not only the life of the recipient, but also the life of the giver. Have you ever wondered how you might act in similar situations? Reflect on your own experiences and see what you can learn from them. Don't forget to click on the video that is appearing on your screen now. In my opinion, this is one of the best and most emotional stories I've ever told. And if you liked what you heard now, you will undoubtedly love this other story too. So, subscribe to the channel, click on the video that is on your screen now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.